Okay guys, here's what interrupted my last video. We ended up having to take off and go pick up our trailer that we bid on and won at auction on Saturday. So it is a load trail. It is a 12-inch I-beam. I think it might be from their Extreme series. It has a GVW, I don't know if that's going to come through on the camera, 16,000 pounds. It looks like the front and rear axles are rated at 8,000 pounds. And I don't know, by the looks of it, you would probably never guess that it is a 2012. It is in pretty rough shape. It's got a lot of rust. I mean, chunks of it. And you can see down here the paint is just absolutely falling off this thing. And I mean, even the back bar where the ramp's attached, I'm gonna have to do a little work here. I mean, they're just eaten up. And I know this probably isn't all load trails. I have no idea the history on this thing. I won't get much of that tag in there because it's the previous owner's tag. They left it on there from the auction. And then here's one of the light holes. It's missing the light. The back bar's bent where these this ramp folds back. It hits up against this back bar. And I don't think they would bend normally, but I mean, this thing is just rusted thin and it's starting to pull apart at the top. It definitely, probably at some point I will just have to, maybe this winter, take the ramps off and cut the back bar out and reattach the ramps to a new back bar, bumper bar, whatever you want to call this thing. On the other side, it's pretty rusty. It'll do what I need it to do for now. I think I'll definitely put in a little bit of work right here. I think there was a sticker here I just pulled off. I mean, it's just flaking away. But it is definitely a heavy duty trailer, twin jacks. Just rusty, wasn't very well taken care of. Maybe load trail could have used some better paint. I mean, even the top bar up here is just completely rusted up for a relatively new trailer. This trailer is not that old to be in this shape. I actually thought it was a lot older before I really looked at it and decided to bid on it. But 2 5/16 ball coupler on it. We're sort of debating what we're going to do with it. This is, and the main reason we bought this trailer is this trailer, I love this trailer. It's a Mule Tough tilt deck, but it's just not wide enough to fit our skid steer with the VTS track system on it. I think that system makes that skid steer about 83, 84 inches wide, and it's just 82 between the fenders. So it's just, we do have a big, basically ramp system we can put on here to get it up over top of the fenders, but that's just really a pain in the rear to do, and then take it off to put other equipment on, and it's sketchy. There's no way around it. It's real sketchy to do that. Maybe I'll get a setup of that, a video of that setup before I do away with it. I've just got it backed up here, the truck backed up, to sort of look about whether we're going to keep the ball hitch or go panel, or not real sure what I'm going to do with this thing yet. I picked this truck up a couple of months or so back. This is going to be my dump truck. It's just a wooden flatbed. I think from what I was told, this bed came off an F800, so it's very heavy built bed for a 450, but I definitely won't tear up the bed. My big concern here is the back of the bed and sort of the bumper at the back of the rail. The bumper plate at the back of the rails is real close to this plate on the trailer. And I think once this hitch drops down into place, I'll be pretty good. You can see I don't even have the pin in it right now. I'm just investigating sort of what I want to do. We talked about moving that coupler on the trailer down one notch, but I think I'll be up into the bed if I do that. I'm just not exactly sure which way. I kind of wish the trailer didn't have such a tall beam on it. 12 inches is definitely a heavy beam trailer for a 16,000 pound trailer. And and this hitch looks like it's got some bend to it. I don't know if they installed it that way or if they bent it. But I was debating that big heavy angle right there, connecting a plate down to that hitch bar right there and reinforcing it to make sure it won't bend again, and then also give me a provision in that plate that I attach to have a bolt pattern to attach a pintle hook to. Or I'll just get that trailer even further up underneath the truck there, and I'm just not sure this back bar will work that way. So still investigating, be more to come on this little setup, what exactly I end up doing. But there you have a load trail that's been subject to probably a lot of salt and not a lot of maintenance. I'm not trying to bash them. I've never really dealt with them or had a load trail. I guess I just expected a little better. But we'll go through it here soon. I'll take the wheels off of it, check the brakes. They didn't seem to want to work on the way home either, but auctions are hit or miss. It was definitely in my price range because it looked rough. I actually went a little higher than I wanted to even pay. They did have a similar trailer up there, a PJ. It was a 2006. Looked way better visually. It had the ramps that didn't fold down. They stood straight up. I wasn't a real big fan of that. But it went a lot higher. It almost went twice as much as what this trailer went for. So. And they both had decent tires on them. This back set of tires a little bit worn. But again, you can't expect perfection at an auction. It's kind of hit or miss. So far, we're pretty happy with what we have. And put a little work into it and clean it up. Thanks for watching.